I'm Rick James.
This spring, coming to a theater near you, catch Super Freak, the Rick James story, a stage play produced by Jacarius Johnson Productions, starring Stokley Williams, lead vocalist and drummer from Mint Condition. I had the opportunity to attend a sneak peek preview where I interviewed the cast and Ty James, Rick James' daughter.
The admiration that, I have for his craft as well. So he's like, Ty, let's do it. Like, we can do it. I said, well, those are some big shoes to fill. Some big boots. You know what I'm saying? Like, what are we going to do? How are we going to do it? And of course you have, it's just, we're going to get through this with God. And Jacarius, he just convinced me, and then Stokley came on, and I was like, oh my God, everything just started falling together. And ultimately, my goal is to make sure that I make my dad proud. I always feel like he's watching down and, saying, you better get this right.
Rick James was a pioneer in many ways, multi-hyphenate, talented musician, songwriter, producer, all the above. But I think in this particular piece, you get to see beyond the sex, drugs, and rock and roll, or funk and soul, I should say, and you get a chance to see who James Ambrose Johnson was, which is a kid with a dream and a vision of greatness in music, and then how he comes up with the alter ego of ultimately Rick James. And I don't think people know that story.
Being part of the soundtrack to my life, basically, going back to my childhood, as a young man coming into manhood, he talked about a lot of things that were ringing true for a lot of us, just the musicality. Wanted to be a musician, he embodied all of that, so it never left me.
Some of the songs that he wrote and things that he did, I was even surprised to know that he did music for white groups that went on to sing at Woodstock. So it's just a part of history that's being chronicled that's kind of missing from us right now. We don't know about it. So part of the mission in all of this is cementing his legacy and celebrating him, and he's worthy to be celebrated.
In Houston, Super Freak runs March 14th through 17th at the Hobby Center.